January 17, 1991, marked a turning point in the Gulf conflict as the skies echoed with the roar of warplanes. In the early hours of that day, the tranquil silence of the desert was shattered by the thunderous onset of Operation Desert Storm. The international coalition, led primarily by the United States, launched a concerted air campaign against Iraq, a move that signaled a distinct shift in their approach to the Gulf conflict. The operation was a calculated response to Iraq's refusal to comply with the United Nations Resolution 678. The resolution had set a clear deadline for Iraq to withdraw from Kuwait, a deadline that had come and gone without any sign of compliance from the Iraqi regime. As the air campaign commenced, it was clear that this was no ordinary military operation. The skies over Iraq were filled with a lethal array of warplanes, attack helicopters and missiles, all aimed at military and government targets. The coalition forces had one clear objective: to force Iraq to end its occupation of Kuwait. The United States, being the primary force behind the coalition, brought to bear its significant military prowess. The American airstrikes were relentless, pounding Iraqi targets with a ferocity that underscored their commitment to liberating Kuwait. The international coalition, which included forces from Europe, the Middle East, and even Asia, provided a formidable front against the Iraqi forces. Their combined strength was a testament to the global consensus against Iraq's invasion of Kuwait. But the air campaign was not just about brute force. It was also a demonstration of the sophisticated technology that was being used in warfare. The operation was the first of its kind to extensively utilize space-enabled capabilities, including the Global Positioning System. This marked a significant advancement in the way wars were fought, heralding the dawn of a new era in military operations. This relentless air campaign marked the beginning of a new phase in warfare, setting the stage for what was to come. Operation Desert Storm was more than just a military operation. It was a pivotal moment in history that reshaped the landscape of global conflicts. Desert Storm wasn't just another military operation. It was a showcase of modern military capabilities. Imagine a world where pinpoint accuracy, real-time information, and rapid communication were not the norm in warfare. That was the reality before Operation Desert Storm. This operation marked a paradigm shift, introducing the extensive use of space-enabled technologies in a significant military operation. Among these technologies, the Global Positioning System, or GPS as we commonly know it, played a pivotal role. Before the advent of GPS, armies relied on traditional methods to navigate. These methods were often slow, cumbersome, and prone to errors. But with GPS, the game changed. The coalition forces could navigate with previously unimaginable precision. This technology allowed the forces to maneuver through the vast desert landscapes of the Middle East, ensuring they were always at the right place at the right time. But navigation was just one piece of the puzzle. GPS also revolutionized the aspect of targeting. The coalition's air campaign was characterized by a surgical precision that had been unheard of until then. Guided by GPS, the warplanes and missiles could hit their targets with unprecedented accuracy. This not only increased the effectiveness of the strikes, but also minimized collateral damage, saving countless innocent lives. Moreover, the real-time information provided by GPS was invaluable. Commanders could make informed decisions on the fly, adjusting their strategies according to the dynamic battlefield conditions. This agility and adaptability were key factors in the coalition's swift victory. In addition to GPS, other space-enabled technologies, such as satellite communications and reconnaissance capabilities, played crucial roles. These technologies provided the coalition with a comprehensive picture of the battlefield, facilitating effective planning and execution of operations. Operation Desert Storm was indeed a turning point in the history of warfare. It demonstrated the power of technology in shaping the outcomes of conflicts. It served as a stark reminder that in the modern era, wars are not only fought on the ground, in the air, or at sea, but also in the realm of technology. This operation, fought in the skies and on the ground, was a testament to the power of technology in shaping the outcomes of warfare. Following the air campaign, the ground war unfolded with an astonishing speed. The ground phase of Operation Desert Storm, often referred to as the 100-hour war, commenced on February 24, 1991. The coalition forces, led by the United States, launched an extensive ground offensive against the Iraqis. The ground war was strategically designed to be swift and decisive. The coalition forces had amassed a substantial military presence in the region, outnumbering the Iraqi forces. They had also been able to effectively degrade the Iraqi military's capabilities through the air campaign, paving the way for a ground offensive. The coalition's strategy was a two-pronged approach: encirclement and liberation. The forces aimed to encircle the Iraqi forces, cutting off their retreat and supply lines, while simultaneously pushing towards Kuwait to liberate it from the Iraqi occupation. The troops advanced with an incredible speed, covering vast expanses of desert in a short span of time. The Iraqi forces, already weakened by the air campaign, were unable to offer significant resistance. Many surrendered, while others retreated, leaving behind a trail of abandoned equipment and vehicles. The ground war was characterized by the use of advanced military technology. The coalition forces leveraged the Global Positioning System, or GPS, to navigate the vast desert terrain. This was one of the first instances where such space-enabled technologies were used extensively in a military operation. In just 4 days, the coalition forces had managed to encircle the Iraqi military, liberate Kuwait, and effectively bring the ground war to a close. The speed and efficiency of this operation took the world by surprise. It was a testament to the effectiveness of modern military strategies and technologies, and a demonstration of the power of international cooperation. The fast-paced ground war, backed by the relentless air attacks, brought the conflict to a swift conclusion. The ground war was a pivotal phase in Operation Desert Storm, demonstrating the potential for rapid and decisive military action. It changed the face of warfare and set the stage for future military operations. In the wake of the ground war, the landscape of the Gulf region was forever changed. The intense air and ground campaign of Operation Desert Storm had concluded, leaving in its wake a region grappling with the aftermath of a conflict that had reverberated across the globe. The most immediate consequence of the conflict was the liberation of Kuwait. The small, oil-rich nation had been under the iron grip of Iraq's military for nearly 7 months. But with the forceful intervention of the international coalition, Kuwait was finally free. The jubilation of the Kuwaiti people as they celebrated their regained freedom was a testament to the triumph of international cooperation against aggression. Yet the liberation of Kuwait was not the sole outcome of Desert Storm. A demilitarized zone was established along the Iraq-Kuwait border. This buffer zone, monitored by the United Nations Iraq Kuwait Observation Mission, was a critical measure to prevent further hostilities. The establishment of the demilitarized zone underscored the international community's commitment to maintaining peace and stability in the region. Beyond the immediate region, the conflict had far-reaching implications. Operation Desert Storm marked a significant shift in modern warfare. The extensive use of space-enabled technologies such as the Global Positioning System demonstrated the changing face of conflict. It heralded the age of high-tech warfare, where precision and speed would become paramount. The swift victory of the coalition forces also had a profound impact on the global geopolitical landscape. It reinforced the role of the United Nations as a platform for collective security and set a precedent for future international military interventions. The end of Desert Storm marked a victory for the coalition, but the repercussions of the conflict were felt far and wide. The echoes of Desert Storm continue to shape the world today, reminding us of the power of unified action in the face of aggression and the enduring impact of conflicts on the global stage. Desert Storm wasn't just a military operation, it was a pivotal moment in global history. Operation Desert Storm, a conflict that spanned a mere 6 weeks, left an indelible mark on the world. It was not just a war between nations, but a clash between ideologies and a test of international diplomacy. Its implications resonated far beyond the borders of Iraq and Kuwait, shaping the future of the Middle East and casting a long shadow over international relations. This operation was a testament to the power of international cooperation. More than 30 nations joined forces under the United Nations banner, united by a common goal: to uphold international law and restore Kuwait's sovereignty. It was a bold statement of unity, a demonstration that the world would not stand idle in the face of aggression. But Desert Storm also served as a harbinger of future conflicts in the region. The Gulf War did not resolve the underlying tensions that sparked the invasion. Instead, it set the stage for a series of complex and protracted struggles that continue to affect the region to this day. The war also heralded a new era in warfare. It was the first conflict of its kind to make extensive use of advanced technology, including precision-guided munitions and satellite communications. The swift and decisive victory showcased the devastating effectiveness of these capabilities, changing the face of military operations forever. Yet, amid these reflections, we must not lose sight of the human cost of Desert Storm. Thousands of lives were lost, and many more were forever changed. The scars of war remain, a poignant reminder of the profound consequences of military action. As we reflect on Desert Storm, we are reminded of the enduring power of international cooperation and the profound consequences of military action. It serves as a stark reminder that while technology and strategy are vital components of warfare, it is the human element, the soldiers, the civilians, the nations that bear the brunt of these conflicts and carry their legacy forward. So what are the key points to remember about Desert Storm? Firstly, the backdrop of the conflict. In August 1990, the world watched in disbelief as Iraq, under the rule of Saddam Hussein, invaded Kuwait. The international community expressed its outrage and condemnation, leading the United Nations to issue Resolution 678. This was a clear ultimatum for Iraq to withdraw from Kuwait, failing which the stage was set for an international coalition to intervene. Next, we turn to the commencement of the operation. On January 17, 1991, the skies over Iraq were filled with warplanes, attack helicopters, and missiles from the coalition forces, primarily led by the United States. This marked the start of Operation Desert Storm, a concerted effort to end Iraq's occupation of Kuwait. An important aspect of Desert Storm was the extensive use of space-enabled technologies. This was the first major military operation where tools like the Global Positioning System played a significant role. This leap in technology brought a new dimension to warfare, enabling precise strikes and improved communication. We also saw a swift and decisive ground war. Remarkably, just 4 days after the air campaign began, the ground war was concluded. This rapid conclusion was a testament to the effectiveness of modern military capabilities. Finally, the aftermath of the conflict. The coalition forces achieved victory, leading to the liberation of Kuwait. A demilitarized zone was established along the Iraq-Kuwait border, ensuring a buffer of peace in an otherwise volatile region. Operation Desert Storm, while a military operation, had far-reaching implications. It showcased the effectiveness of modern military capabilities and marked a significant milestone in the use of technology in warfare. Remember, history is not just about the past, it's a guide that can help us navigate the future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking questions.